Hi, my name's John, and I'd like to share a few thoughts with you. First of all, I wonder if any of you have heard of a man called Malcolm Muggeridge. He lived in the middle of the last century, very clever man, very well educated, and he was a skeptic about Christianity, and he was pretty critical about its form, and he generally dismissed it and was quite open with that. He had to do a documentary, as was part of his job. I think he worked for the BBC for a lot of his time, and he had to do a documentary out in Calcutta, as it was then called, where Mother Teresa lived and worked amongst the down and outs, the needy, and he was very impressed by her humility, by her commitment, and not afraid of getting her hands dirty. She worked alongside her staff, and she gave her all, and she did it in the service of Christ, who she believed was the one who enabled her to do it, and she did it in his name. And the top and bottom of it all is that he became a Christian, and his cynical attitude changed, and he embraced the Christian faith for himself. He saw that all around, the values that he once thought worthwhile were hollow. And in short, his spiritual change was a shift from being a disillusioned observer of human failure to a man convinced that the resurrection of Jesus Christ offered the only transformation, a personal assurance of an eternal destiny. And he did many writings, and one of these writings I'm going to read to you, and then I'm going to follow that up with a few words from the Bible, from Romans. So here is what he says. He said, Christianity is and always has been and always will be not just essentially a religion of hope, but in itself the most stupendous hope that the world has ever known. Only the incarnate God, that was Jesus become man, could have dared to hold out to us all. Mere men and women of every sort of condition, professors and beauty queens, the sick and the well, the stupid and the clever, those who stumble equally with those who lend an arm, whoever and whatever we may be, a hope of being involved in a destiny set in eternity and encompassing the universe. Imagine telling caterpillars that they are destined to become butterflies, he writes. No hires needed, not even literacy tests, the only qualification being faith in becoming a butterfly. And lo, the poor crawler is flying. The worm has sprouted wings, more exquisitely shaped and decorated, more efficient in their fragility than any mortal craftsman could possibly manage. And these were words he penned, and is summed up in a writing of Paul, where he says, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creature. The old has passed away. Behold, all things have become new. And so these few verses from Romans chapter 8 I'll close with, if Christ lives in you, the Spirit is life for you, because you have been put right with God, even though your bodies are going to die because of sin. If the Spirit of God who raised Jesus from death lives in you, then he who raised Christ from death will also give life to your mortal bodies by the presence of his Spirit in you. Those who are led by God's Spirit are God's sons and daughters. For the Spirit that God has given you does not make you slaves and cause you to be afraid. Instead, the Spirit makes you God's children. Since we are his children, we will possess the blessings he keeps for his people, and we will also possess with Christ what God has kept for him. We will also then share his glory. May these words hopefully make some impact upon you as you think through these important issues. God bless you.